Hi, it's me again. How would it go for you? Got my fitting head on for this one. It's just a little bit of advice for you. Again, this is stuff I hear daily when people come in for fittings, and is how they get caught up in stiff, regular, extra stiff, TX. There's a guy that works in here, there's the TX thing, you know, and I got him to test a TX against something else. There was no difference, you know. It's just, in a sense, marketing. You see on these shafts here, you know, they're all 60 gram stiff shafts, okay? No extra stiff on, but they're both all stiff shafts. Now, when we put this on a CPM machine, when we test the profiling of it, which I'll explain in a second, one of these shafts is basically an X-Flex based on CPM, cycles per minute, and one of them's an R-Flex. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, yeah? But they all say stiff. But one manufacturer, stiff, will be another manufacturer's regular. So when you're getting fitted, or you're going buying clubs, or you're going on eBay and say, oh, you know, it's got a stiff shaft there. Is that right for you? Because the shaft fundamentally is a timing device. The shafts are designed, whether it's a stiff, regular, A-flex, the shafts are designed is to get the club face onto the ball at the right time, where you need it, okay? And that's going to be determined by how quickly you load it up in here, yeah? Do you throw it away? Do you hold on? Yeah. Now the important thing about a shaft is what is bend profile. They call it EI curve. Yeah. It's where they bend. And these three shafts bend in three completely different places. Yeah. You'll hear things like stiff tipped, you know, yeah? Again, it's fun listening to it, but once you understand, I remember I was like, oh, stiff shaft, oh yeah, you know, I'm a man, extra stiff, I've got to have extra stiff, or I'm an even bigger man, I've got to have TX because somebody on tour uses it, I want one of those. It's not as easy as that. No? You think some of the shafts that these long drive boys use, they're basically ladies flex, but there's another issue, ladies flex, senior flex. How does the ball know you're a lady or a senior? How does it know that? Yeah? And the manufacturers, let's paint something, oh, don't pink or something, and give it, that's just wrong. Not the woke stuff. It's just, you're assuming that people of that age group and that gender can't deliver the club at some sort of speed with some sort of load on it. I'm going to just show you something. Right, this is my driver, the fantastic TSR3, love it. All the new stuff's come out, and to me, nothing can get close to this. Now in this, I've got the same shaft that Tiger uses, right? Now Tiger hits it miles further than I do. In theory, based on marketing and what this shaft does, it's very stiff, very boardy. At my swing speed, where if I take a couple of sort of Red Bulls, I'll get up to 100 miles an hour, this shouldn't work. Based on marketing, based on what it says on the shaft, based on somebody might tell you on YouTube. I don't know my point over there with YouTube, just YouTube, yeah, or Instagram. Now this is the shaft that Tiger uses, and we got this in because we carry a lot of aftermarket shafts in here, because there is a need for it, especially with your high swing speed guys, yeah. I thought I'd give it a try. My God, yeah, talk about hitting it better. And it blew my mind on the basis that because Tiger uses it, you know, think of the speed he travels at to what I'm doing, yeah. I thought, why does that work so well? And why it works so well is because the way that I move and time it, this is the thing for me. Yeah, there's another couple. I mean, I spent 10 years with this shaft. That kind of, obviously, you see this a lot on tour. Yeah? Now these are two different profiles. Yeah, this one worked for me, but kind of dispersion was a bit funny with it sometimes if the swing was off. This one doesn't matter what the swing is doing. This just times up with me. Yeah, I know when I hit this, If I had it bad, it's me. It's not the combination and the weight and the shaft and the head, you know. Now, going back to profiles. Right, so if you take this one of mine, so if you have a profile of a shaft where it has 3 sections in it, and you've got sort of the butt section, the midsection, and the tip section, you know. This shaft is very stiff all the way through. Yeah? Stiff in all sections. Yeah. These 3, all stiff shafts. Yeah? Completely different. This one is much stiffer in the tip and a lot softer in the handle. This is for your guy, this is why it suits me. This is your guy who's pulling on the shaft and letting go really late. Just lets go really late. You want the tip of the shaft to be quite strong. Okay? If this was really soft and you sort of let go in here, the thing would be bouncing about at the bottom. Now that's not stiff or regular, or soft or hard. It's what the profile, what's the bend profile of this? Okay, so down here is very strong, up here it's softer. Okay, still a 60 odd gram stiff shaft, another 60 odd gram stiff shaft. Yeah, sorry, this one here. This is the vanilla shaft. You know, if all else fails, this will work. Yeah, it's the kind of Tensei AV Blue series. Now this is mid profile. Yeah? So this is somebody who is not tough than that, not that way. This is more for somebody who's very, very smooth, very gentle, just letting the club, releasing the club down in here somewhere, mid-bend. Feels great. It says stiff, but it doesn't feel stiff. It just feels, you know, oh, this is pretty good, yeah? Then you have this. Now you have the Ventus TR 6S, right? This is for the opposite end of the guy. This is for the guy that just loads very hard up in here. Okay? This is for this thing is basically stiff as a board. A little bit, the blue one's a little bit softer in the middle, but when you're up in this sort of thing, yeah, this is the guy that really lets go, really fires hard, yeah, needs to be stable. So it's very, very stiff up in the handle section. In fact, all the Ventus shafts are stiff in the handle section. They're full of them guys that have got higher swing speed. And this is where getting into shafts like this, I mean, we have quite a wide section up the wall behind you there, of all different manufacturers like Ventus, Graphite Design. Are they right for everybody? No. If I was to just take a very kind of even idea, generally these are for your higher swing speed guys. These are for your guys that are just loading up and letting go. Yeah? If you're coming in here and you've got 75 mile an hour swing speed with a driver, this is not the stuff for you. Most of the manufacturers will have something in their standard shaft matrix that'll work for you. If you're looking for something in these ideas, these Ventus and Graphite Design and all that sort of stuff, the biggest difference between them, apart from many zeros on the cost of the club, you know, these are expensive shafts, is the stability. The reason being is they're made with slightly different materials. Yeah? So they're much more stable coming through the bull, such as the one I use. That's why I use it, because it's much more stable. Yeah. Now, could I, or should I, or could I just use one of the manufacturer's own shafts? Probably at my age, but I just love the stability of it. Yeah, got to pay more for it, but I love the stability of it. You know? So think of what shafts are doing. Okay, shafts are timing devices based on the individual's kind of load, how fast they pull on the handle, how much deflection they're getting in the shaft, and when is the release. Is the release coming in very late, or is it going in quite early? And then the profile of the shaft will work for you, not the stiffness. Weight's far more important than stiffness. You get somebody who loads heavy up in there. You want something loads hard. You want something heavy. You want somebody who's really smooth, nice and light's going to be fine. But you want the shaft kicking at the right point then and there, and it's nothing to do with the stiffness of it. It's to do with the profile. So always remember that it's a timing device. Don't get caught up. I need a stiff shaft because my mate says so. I had that. Yes, actually, some of my mates said I need a stiff shaft. Don't know where he got that from, and he didn't. But hey, it's myth, and it's sometimes marketing. Marketing can be very dangerous if you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to this stuff. So if you're looking to get a fitting done, find a fitter who knows all this stuff, who knows what's going to be right for you, has the kit and works it all out, because it's vitally important that you have the right shaft to time the club. Think of it, timing. How do you ever teach timing? This is what gives you timing. If you've got something that's giving you the wrong movement, doesn't matter how good you're swinging it, not going to work. Anyway, hope that helps.